Hey yo guys, what's up? This is Extreme from Jam Squad, and here I'm going to be giving you the first Vanguard deck profile, and this is of my Bloody End deck profile, my specific build. I'm using both hands. I have a little bit of a tripod type thing for my phone. I'm still kind of working out the kinks. I know that it's weird positioning, but that's because I don't have like an elevation thing to use, and but anyway, this is kind of my the way I built this deck. It's kind of different from others. I do have a couple of proxies in here, and since now I have a means of getting money, I will be buying those as soon as possible, but I just couldn't wait to give you the deck profile because it's such a really good deck. This is the deck I will start taking to tournaments. I still think that this deck is really viable in tournaments just because of its amazing amount of power that it can do at any one point as final Crush Rush. This is the Crush Rush build, but without further ado, let's get started. For the grade 3s, I run 4 Bloody Ogle and 4 Bad End Dragger, obviously because this is a Bloody End deck. Basically, Bloody Ogle makes it to where whenever a rearguard attacks, it gains 5,000, but it's got to be put at the bottom of the deck. And then Bad End Dragger is a break ride, and it has the ability to, whenever a rearguard attacks, it gains 10,000, but it's got to be put back to the bottom of the deck. So if you break ride on top of it, every single rearguard will gain 15,000 whenever it attacks. So that's a lot of power, and yeah. So those are my grade 3s. For grade 2s, I run for the Legion mates, Frozen Ogle. Frozen Ogle's a key necessity of this deck. Its effect is when your Vanguard's Legion, whenever this card attacks a Vanguard, Counterblast 1, put into the soul, and then Superior Call any Spike Brothers from your deck onto the field. So you would attack. So like when you get the Bloody End, you would attack, bam, use its effect, bam, use its effect, bam, and they all are 24. So yeah. And then I run 4 Silverblaze. Silverblaze is probably one of the more overpowered cards of this deck. Its effect is whenever it attacks and my Vanguard is Legion, I Soul Blast 1 and he gains 10,000. So when he attacks on the actual full Crush Rush, he'll be, I think, 34,000 by himself. So yeah, that's a lot of power. Then I run 3 1-ofs in this deck because I find that they're pretty useful to use at certain times. Timing is key when it comes to this deck, and preparation and setup is key. So I run 1 Jumbo the Stun Gun. Jumbo the Stun Gun's effect is when he's been put onto a rear guard at from battle phase, Soul Blast 1 or Soul Charge 1 and then unflip a damage. So it's really good because this deck does counterblast quite a bit, and the only time you'll ever be able to counterblast is like one time and during the turn that you Crush Rush. So like if you went, it's good so you can do that big Crush Rush so that you can get the most out of the deck. I run 1 Fierce Leader Zachary. Zachary's a really good card. I only run 1 of him because he's such a good card at rearguard, but if you put him at Vanguard, it's like so bad. And it would basically make it to where he's a useless card. So yeah, you want to use him only as a rearguard, so that's why I'm going to run 1 of him, so I don't like draw him into my starting hand and have to use him as a Vanguard most of the time. I don't think I've ever had to use him as a Vanguard, I don't think. But his effect is when he attacks, hits a Vanguard, as rearguard, Soul Blast 1, and then basically you got to put him into the bottom of the deck, shuffle, you draw a card, then put him at the bottom of the deck, and then shuffle your deck. So yeah. Then I run 1 High Speed Brackney. A lot of people took this card out because there's Silverblaze, but the reason why I like running the 1-of is because with him, he's just like that early game rush. Like if he's at a rear guard, he's an automatic 14 instead of a 12k. Since we don't have 12k generics, here's just a random 14. Just gotta Soul Blast 1, put it back into the deck. And since this is a Legion deck, Soul Blasting with this deck is really cool because since it's a Legion deck, the Soul Blasting all it does is it helps. So, yeah. For the grade 1s, I run 3 P-Guards and 1 Quintet. I really want to get a 4th P-Guard. I tried the Quintet purposely. Well, not really purposely, but because I had one and I was like, you know what, I might as well just try it. And it's been working out pretty well, but as I said, the deck does counterblast quite a bit, so I am going to be getting a 4th one as soon as possible. So yeah. I run 4 Wonder Boys. A lot of people took out Wonder Boy and run Reckless Express. Now, Reckless Express is alright, but I just find that he's not even necessary when you're going for that Crush Rush, because yeah, he might be good early game, but that's why I have High Speed Brackney, and to be honest, he's like a really expensive card. So yeah, Wonder Boy is a good card to ride first, and then deal that 8,000, since it's really good because most of the time with the specific Forerunner I run, the Forerunner has to be put over here. I think I just gave it away. He can't be put directly underneath, so just having an 8,000 base is good just in case you're going against 8,000 Vanguards. Opponents have 8k attackers. So yeah. I run 4 Machine Gun Gloria. Machine Gun Gloria is a pretty good card. You never use her effect, so, if I ever do get the money, I'm probably going to switch her out for Reckless Express, and probably, take 1 out and then run 3 Reckless Express, but, it's still a pretty good card. You counterblast 1 when it hits, when a unit hits during the turn, when a unit that hits a Vanguard that this card's boosting, I think I said that right, when it hits the Vanguard, you counterblast 1 and draw a card. That's it. That's it. And then the boosted unit gets put into the bottom of the deck. But, a lot of times a lot of people are like, that's such minusing, but really not, because you're doing it so many times that really it's just like, it doesn't really matter, because at the end, it all doesn't matter, because you're just getting plussing. So basically, a lot of times, 3 or 4 of this exact effect is happening at the same time. So, yeah. Then I run 1 Gary Gannon. Gary Gannon is like that one card that you run in any Legion deck. It's the drop 1, draw 1 card. When this unit boosts a unit that hits a Vanguard, or no, it doesn't even have to hit, that's the cool thing. It doesn't have to hit a Vanguard, it just has to hit something. When it hits, you drop 1, draw 1. I might put this at a 2 of, just because it's so useful and you utilize it, but I'm scared to, because I don't want to ever ride it. I don't think I've ever had to ride this either. So yeah. Now for the grade 0s, my Forerunner is Cyclone Johnny. I like Cyclone Johnny because at the end Crush Rush, it just gives an extra 10,000 instead of the 5,000 that would be Mecha Trainer. I do actually run Mecha Trainer. He's actually my the grade 1 that I took out a grade 1 to run him. So yeah, and I think I took out 1 Gary Gannon, or where a Gary Gannon would be, to run him. But Mecha Trainer is still a good card since it's a Legion deck. It's just basically, it is just a Conroe, so it's like an instant P-Guard. So yeah, good card to use whenever you're in a tight jam, maybe later game, maybe if you didn't get all that shit that you wanted to get out, you can just go for that P-Guard so you can have 1 more turn to try to get it out. But yeah, Cyclo Johnny's still a good card because I prefer him over Mecha Trainer, because he, as I said, it turns to a 10k booster, and then of course the card that it boosts has to be put at the bottom of the deck. But as I said, doesn't really matter because 3 or 4 more of those effects are happening at the same time anyway. For the triggers, I run 7 crit, 5 draw, 4 heal. A lot of people run 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal, 6 crit, 6 draw. I prefer 7 crit, 5 draw. It just seems that it's a lot more, how do you say, balanced. I know you're like, it doesn't sound balanced at all at 7 crit, 5 draw. It just, barely people just started using it. But no, I find that it's a lot more balanced for this deck, and I like it. And I might start running in all my decks, because I just like it. So, yeah, that's my, deck profile for my Bloody End deck. I don't have the generic Stride yet, so I hope I'll be getting that soon. if I want to. I don't think I really need it, but if I want to, I will. So yeah, leave a comment, subscribe to Jam Squad, and yeah, see you later.